everyone, I'm Kathryn DeSinaasappelen, your beer mistress, and today we're trying this beer, Augustijn Blond. So my mom keeps telling me that I need to try beers that I don't like. Well, everybody keeps saying that. So I'm trying this one because it's a blonde and oh gosh, I just got a whiff of it. It smells blonde, guys. Oh, and not like a good type of blonde, like, oh no. Here's the bottle cap. I really like this bottle cap. The artwork is very stunning. I appreciate the effort that Belgians put into creating the artwork for their beer. It's a blonde. It's blonde. It's made by SteenBerge brewery and it comes in at 7.5% ABV. Did I mention it was a blonde? I'm nervous. Ooh, there's a fruity aroma coming off. Ooh. Okay, I take back what I said. This doesn't smell completely unpleasant. There's sort of like an orange peel smell coming off. I smell the blonde undertones, which aren't very appetizing to me, but it's not as bad as when I first opened the bottle and got that whiff that came out. It smells nice. Very crystal clear, and it's more of an apple juice color with some white foam on top, so that probably means that there was coloring that was added to this, so it's artificial. Maybe that'll mean it'll taste nice. The things I do to make my mom happy. Gesundheit. This actually isn't that bad. Huh, I'm gonna pour some more. And this is a fun little Belgian history. But originally, beer was brewed by the monasteries. They got permission from the church and they brewed beer, they sold it to the people, and that's how they made money. And you still have a few monasteries that do this. However, you also have sort of a second option that you'll have monasteries that will have contracts with brewers that they'll have beers where they put their name. So this is by the Augustijn Monastery. It's not made by them, but it has its name on the beer, and all the sales from this beer goes to the monastery, which I think is really cool. The more you know, right? Cheers. This beer has so much carbonation going on that I don't taste anything in the beginning of the beer or in the middle. It's just the carbonation. At the end though, once the carbonation like explodes and goes away, there's just bitterness. And it's not like a coffee bitterness or like a cocoa powder bitterness. It's just sort of kind of bitterness. But like right after that sort of like kind of bitterness, there's like a tiny itty bitty little sweet note that brings it back. So it's sort of confusing because it's not necessarily good, but it's not necessarily bad. So I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I think I forgot to mention that this is unfiltered. It's a lot more hazy at the end than it was at the beginning. I wouldn't recommend this as a first-time beer. If this was offered as a selection and there weren't other beers that I knew I liked more, I might even get this one if I really, really wanted a beer. But I think the taste profile might just be a tiny bit overwhelming for an untrained palate who has never had beer before, because like the carbonation isn't bad. It sort of reminds me of just drinking soda. It's that ending bitter note that it's like, ooh, that is really bitter, and ooh, it's even really bitter for me. This is like next level bitterness. There is a subtle little fruity taste in there as well, but it's not obvious. So I don't know if you were just sort of drinking this with friends, if you'd even taste it. Like, I'm making effort to try and taste the beer so that I can tell you what it tastes like. My mom's going to be so annoyed that I didn't dislike this more. This sort of has like a weird aftertaste. It's like sort of sour. Is that normal? I don't know. So I think I lied to you guys because I said it was 7.5% ABV in the beginning, but here it says it's 7. I don't know how I screwed that up. I know this isn't a very high alcohol content, but I can feel it going to my head. And the whole thing is, it really shouldn't, because I just had lunch, my stomach is nice and full, Like, I shouldn't feel this, like, tipsy, but I am. What can you do? I swear, Belgian beers, it's like, they don't mess around when it comes to the alcohol content. So, now that I notice the sour taste, like, that's all that my mouth is getting now is sour, so I don't actually even think that I would get this if it was offered again because I don't like that sour note. This is probably a really confusing review. It's like, she likes it, she doesn't like it, she should make up her mind. I can't, I'm a little tipsy now. I make new Beer Mistress beer reviews every Friday, so be sure to come back if you enjoyed this video, and if you can't wait that long, check out my Beer Mistress beer review playlist. Hit the red button to subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and be sure to check out the description where I leave all my links to my social media when you just can't get enough of me and you want more. I'll see you guys in the next one. Tootsies, may appleseens! Just as a reminder, next week and the following week you'll only be getting 2 videos, Monday and Friday, because I am going on vacation. And I don't know who keeps slamming doors downstairs, but they're going to get yelled at. Like, why? Why are you, like, no.